Welcome back, bitches! Today's episode, we're going to be talking about relationships for situationships. You ready for it, Bri?
Girl, as ready as I'll ever be.
As you know, I'm your host, Rose.
And your co-host, Bri.
That's what's up, guys.
Yeah, y'all.
We're here for the tea today.
Get in tuned. Get ready so you don't have to stay ready.
Exactly. So we're going to talk a little bit about like the relationship aspect first, and then we're going to go into situationships because, you know, I feel like it's tea all around.
Yeah, lots of tea.
So what are some things that like you miss while you're in a relationship? Because I know it's been a while for you, right?
Girl, yeah, it's been about like 4 years for me.
Oof.
A long time. A very long time. Okay. So I think I would say like something that I would miss about being in a relationship is like getting to know somebody. Like me, I date for marriage. So that person essentially needs to be like my best friend. They need to know like the ins and outs of me and all that good stuff. So just like getting to know somebody, like, I don't know, I'm very like deep in personal connections. So getting to know people is like what I do because I love the way that I want to be loved.
Right.
So if I'm showing you lots of love, you need to show me lots of love back. You feel me? I need to feel it all.
I want to feel it.
Need to feel it all. Okay.
So I would assume that some of like what are some of your favorite things while you're in a relationship?
I would say, like I said, like getting to know people. I miss cuddling. Like I be in my bed cold.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wear a sweater, sweatpants, heavy socks, cause I be cold. Okay, so I gotta keep myself warm, cause ain't nobody keeping me warm.
Period. I felt that one.
Okay. It's cold out here. It's winter. It's like 30 degrees outside.
Right? So bad. I miss being in a relationship, but not like everything about a relationship. I mean,
just
there's a lot of
aspects.
Things. Right? Like the having someone to go like do couple things with, you know, like doing stuff like that. Like it makes me just miss being in a relationship, but at the same time I've been enjoying my single life. You know what I mean? You get it.
Single is well, I always say I'm singler than a Pringle because even Pringles get some love because they touching other chips, okay?
No, but that's for sure. That's
facts.
True. So like what are some of like your least favorite things about being in a relationship?
Arguments. I would say like insecurities that like may arise in the relationship because that could lead to arguments. Anything that got to do with arguing, mistrust, misloyalty, like I got too much anxiety for that. So it's like if you can't be consistent, if you can't be loyal, like just miss me with it. Just go waste your time with somebody else because you doing more damage than you think you doing, and I'm not about that. Like I'm about peace, keeping the peace. Okay, that's all I want is peace, peace, and peace. Okay,
and love. I get that. Like for me, like some of like something you had said was insecurities, and like the last relationship I was in, like he had a lot of insecurities because he was cheated on in past relationships, and he always like went out of his way to like bring that insecurity out. Like if because I have a lot of guy friends, none that I ever had sex with, none that I ever made out with. It was just platonic. It was friends. We were never anything more than. And like me, I hate having a lot of girlfriends because you know how it is. Like it's always drama with them. So it's like hanging out with the guys, it was just easier and it was less drama. Obviously like I have girlfriends, but like, you know.
Okay, sometimes bitches be doing too much and you just gotta take a break from them because it's like, girl, you was not aligning with anything I got going on right now, and you trying to add all that extra ish, and I'm not about it.
Right. So it's like I had a lot of guy friends, and he would get insecure, like, oh, I'm going out with the guys tonight, and he was like without me, I'm like, I mean, you can come, but like if you want, like, you don't even know them. But, like, I get, like, him not knowing them on that level, like, looking from an outsider's perspective, okay, like, that could be weird, but, like, those are my friends. Like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, you can become friends with them, but at the end of the day, like, if we break up, like, which is what happened, they're not his friends. They're my friends. You know what I mean? So it's, like, that's fine. But, like, he also, like, I would hang out with my friends and he would get jealous, and it, like, his insecurity would come out about, like, not having his friends that were, like, around or whatever, because they only supposedly used him, you know, to get rides or
they weren't
stuff like
really
that.
his friends.
Like, they were, because they used to all hang out, but, like, now it's only a matter of convenience for him, you know what I mean? So, like, it was always that kind, like, he was always with me, you know? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So, like, how would you feel, like, about his female friends? Like,
so his one best friend speaking about this ex, his one best friend was a female, and I was a little skeptical. Actually, there were two, now that I think about it. So there was the one, and they were, like, best friends. They went through a trauma together. So I was just like, okay, like, I get it. Like, they're trauma bonded in a way, but they're also still best friends. And, like, I never thought too much into it until, like, he was like, yeah, there was one night we were drunk as fuck and we fucked. And I was like, Now I'm, like, iffy about this girl because she's, like, all over him when they were hanging out together, like, with me there. And, like, I was just like, I'm a little uncomfortable. And I never told him he couldn't not talking, like, he couldn't not talk to her, because like, I'm not about that. But, like, I have to be able to trust my significant other. And, like, after finding out they had slept together, I was like, I'm a little iffy. But, like, she never really, she wasn't, like, making out with him or kissing him, you know. It wasn't like that.
Of course she's not gonna do it in front of you, but
right. But, like, if I'm not there, what are they doing?
Yeah,
you know, type of thing. And then there was another one that he claimed was, like, a friend since middle school. And I found out, like, I went through his phone because, you know, toxic.
Hello.
And I went through his phone while he was sleeping, and
while he was asleep.
Yeah, while he was asleep.
Damn.
And I was, like, going through the messages, and it was weird because she was like, you know, it's supposed to be me and you. I can't believe you're with her, and blah, blah. I'm like,
that's crazy.
I woke this man up. I literally smacked him. I was like, I smacked him with his phone. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, you need to block her because, no. Like, this was the one I was like, get
your ass up. What is this?
So mad. And it ended up being, like, down the road, like, last year when we were still together, he ended up fucking this girl after I told him to block her. And I was like,
wait, while y'all were together?
Yes, while we were together, right before we actually broke up, like, he got a random message from her, a text message, and I was like, I thought you blocked her. And he was like, oh, I did. I don't know how, but obviously you have her number saved, so you didn't block her.
It says her name is on the screen.
Right.
So answers need to be given.
Exactly. And he, like, had no explanation. She was like, hi, like, how are you? And I'm like, why the fuck is she messaging you? Like, you've been talking. You know what I mean?
Literally, like, it's a normal conversation.
Right. It wasn't like a, hey, how have you been? I haven't talked to you in forever. No, it was a, hey, how are you? Like, And then later to find out after I moved out this year that I had went back and he had used my number on my Target app, and he bought condoms that week when she had messaged him. So,
wow.
So when we talk about insecurities,
no comment. And you know why? You know, that's really crazy, because the things that men are most insecure about is the shit that they be doing, low key.
Right.
Because I low key went through a situation in my relationship, because this man was cheating behind closed doors. But then if he had the smallest inkling that he thought I was cheating, it was like all hell broke loose.
Right.
And it was like, keep that same energy though.
Right.
Because it's like, you sitting here, you threatening me, you doing the most. But it's like, but when I catch you, it's like, well, that's not true. Like, you want to play victim and you want to flip the script. It's like, no.
Nah, he was gaslighting you.
No, gaslighting the fuck out of me. Like, for 4 years, 3.5 years, gaslighting the fuck out of me.
He cheated on you that long?
I'm pretty sure like damn near the whole time.
Oh, hell no. Absolutely not, y'all.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not the one.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about like your last relationship, but like when was your last relationship?
Okay, so my last relationship was 4 years ago. Oof. Yeah. So we broke up in 2019.
Okay.
Well, December of 2019.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your relationship, because you were obviously together for 4 years.
3.5 years.
Okay.
So we went to 2 different high schools. So he stayed 30 minutes away from me. We met through a mutual friend, through my best friend, Lydia.
Okay.
Yes. So they went to church together, and like I think they're in like the little drumline band, whatever. And so I remember she like, this is after maybe like 5-6 months after me and Isaiah had broken up. Yeah, so she like was FaceTiming him. No, he called her. We're in my room, just doing girl things, whatever, having a sleepover, cute. And like he is on the phone with her, and I'm like, he's kind of cute. And he's like, oh, who's that? Yada, 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 talking all his stuff, So she gave him my number. And from there, the rest is history. That was like March. Like we saw each other. Like I think our first date, we went to the mall, whatever.
The mall?
The mall, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were teenagers. Like, what
True.
were we going to do? Like,
go to the movies, bowling. You could do like fun activities in high school. I used to.
Yeah. We could have, but we didn't.
It's okay.
So, whatever. So yeah, we dated into our senior year of high school. We went to each other's proms, things of that sort. And so it was between Central Michigan University and Ohio University. So I ended up going to Central Michigan University, and he applied there as well. And he also applied to Alabama. So he was like, I want to go to college where you are. Like, I want to walk you to class. Like, I can't wait till we, sleep in the dorm room together. Like, he wanted to do all the little cute couple shit, you know what I'm saying? Gassing it up. Gassing it the fuck up. And so I'm like, no, like, go where you want to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be the reason why you miss, like, whatever opportunity in life, you know what I'm saying? And he was so strong about his decision into going to school with me. So we went to school together. We went to college together, y'all. And I swear to God, when we got to college, it was like a whole different story. Like, he wanted to be outside. Like, when, you get to campus, like, it's different. Like, you meet everybody. And, like, we went to the little, like, freshman program that they have for multicultural students. Like, it's like a couple of days before school starts, and they show you like all the like resources for people of color, things of that sort. And so we both were enrolled in that program, and like it was just like he would stop responding to me, or like he wasn't really responding to me, things of that sort. And so I wouldn't say he was a habitual cheater, but like he was, and like, I think it just got to a point where he was fed up about me, like, finding whatever I found. And, like, he was just kind of over it. Like, there was never, like, he never gave me an exact reason why we broke up. He was just like, I'm kind of done with you. Yeah. So, like, we were, like, in a whole, like, yelling match. And he was just like, it's over. So, yeah.
I'd have been like, bye.
Yeah, and then I was so delulu in love with this man. Like, I couldn't let it go. So for, like, 3 months, like, his mission was, like, to make me hate him. To the point where, like, I didn't want to fuck with him no more, like, at all. Like.
But did it work?
It worked.
Okay.
Like, it definitely worked. Like, he would, like, meticulously, like, say things to hurt my feelings on purpose.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, obviously, that's kind of how it ended with my ex, too. Like, I hated him, and I still to this day hate him. And like I wish him no ill. Like at the end of the day, like he was still a part of me. Like I love him, but like at the end of the day, well, I loved him. Sorry, let me rephrase that.
Okay. I'm like, hold on.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Hold up.
But like him putting his hands on me, there was a lot of stuff that like obviously like I was brainwashed, and I finally was like, no, I'm like done. And like he would say things that would hurt my feelings. He was like, your friends don't even like you. They talk shit about you. And I'm like, no, my friends are pretty straightforward. So like if they're talking shit about me, like to you, they're gonna say it to me. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of times, like my friends, like we talk shit about each other, but we talk shit about each other to our faces. So it's like when like if I say something about one of my friends and I'm like, yeah, like fuck that bitch, you know what I mean? Not really, because I love all my friends. Like I really don't be saying all that.
Sometimes it be like,
but I'm
fuck
just
you,
like,
bitch.
right. So it's like if I'm saying something out of pocket, it's usually something that I've already said to their face. So like if it does turn around and someone's like, oh well, Rose said this. Okay, she already knows the fuck you mean. Like it's not like
it's not a surprise.
Right. And I'm like, I'm pretty much an open book. So it's like when it comes to stuff like that, I'm pretty open and honest, you know? So when we would fight, you know, he would throw shit like that in my face. I'm like, okay, well, what's new? Because I tell her or I tell them like, fuck you. And they're like, fuck you too. Like it's one of those. But at the end of the day, they're still my friends. They're still hitting me up daily. So it's like, where are your friends? You know? But yeah, I've been single for, it is now January.
Period.
So I would say that, you know, I've been single for 3 months now. So, yeah, 3 months.
Okay.
And
fresh off the boat.
Yeah, still fresh off the relationship boat. But I mean, it's not that I'm not open to it. I just still need to do some like healing a little bit.
Open to what?
Open to another relationship.
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely open to it with the right person. Obviously, like I've been going on a couple dates here and there, you know, doing my thing. But like you know, obviously doing other things.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But like aside from that, I'm not really looking for anything crazy. I'm just trying to do me, you know.
You're just living life, girl.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, I'm not like looking to get into a relationship, but if one pops up and like the vibes is right, then like I might be down to it. I feel like 4 years is a long time, but that doesn't mean like I'm completely healed from that situation yet. It's like I forgive you, but I'm never gonna forget what you did to me.
Period. It's like respectfully, fuck you.
No, literally. It's like you did some fucked up shit and you know that you did some fucked up shit, but it's like you couldn't admit that. And you're wrong as fuck for that because you made me feel like I was crazy. And I don't appreciate that because I wasn't. I was right the whole time. And you just gaslighted me and manipulated the fuck out of me. And bitch, fuck you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said earlier, like my last relationship, obviously it ended in September of 23. And I saw myself going down like this like spiral, you know, like where I was like drinking a little too much, but like here's my limit. And like, I went way past my limit, you know what I mean? Like I went way past my limit. And like, I blacked out, and I'm sure you're with me on some of my blackout nights. And like, I wasn't like wild. I wasn't a wild child, but I definitely should not have done some of the things I've done while I was not sober. And, you know, like I saw myself just like going down like this hole that like I wasn't prepared to really go down. Mainly because like, we'll definitely get into this in a different episode, but like my biological father, he was an addict. So like, I don't want to go down that path where it's like I'm doing it on a regular basis and it's being like one of those type of things. So I like told myself like, new year, I'm going to cut back. I mean, I'm still going to go have fun, party with my friends, go out, do that. But like, I don't need to really drink to have fun.
You don't have
know
to
what I mean?
be excessive. You know?
Right. Like, I don't have to drink a lot to have fun with my friends. I have fun with my friends regardless because I've been friends with a lot of them since high school, and it was before we really started drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like
Nah, be bold.
No, we did a lot of drinking in high school though.
Okay,
we did.
Well, we were older. It wasn't like we were like freshmen and like being dumb.
No, we were like sophomores.
Okay, don't call me out.
Girl. No, we was definitely like 16, 17, getting wild.
But one thing I do want to like put out there is like, if you know anyone that has ever been in an abusive relationship, you know, there is always help for you. There are definitely a lot of resources, and we'll definitely be putting it down below.
In the comment section.
Because it's not something that you should keep hidden, especially like if you feel like you can't talk to anybody. Like, there should be someone that you should be able to trust, you know. Like, I confided in one of my friends who is a police officer, and like I was able to talk about it with him, and I felt a little bit more comfortable. I think it was just because of his job. I felt a little bit more comfortable talking about it with him. You know what I mean?
I didn't know this information.
It was before I even told my family about it. Yeah. That's wild, ain't it?
That's crazy. So you really told him about that situation?
He knew about it back last year when it started happening.
He still did what he did after that? This is a different cop.
No.
This is
Mr.
the same
Copman.
cop.
Mr.
Yes.
Copman. And he still did what he did. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Lord.
Not that he's ever put hands on me.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nothing crazy, people. Let's put the disclaimer out there. Mr. Copman ain't never put no hands on nobody, but he did some crazy-ish.
Yeah, definitely was not the go-to.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Wild.
Wow.
But you know, I am this week or this month, I am planning to start going to a domestic violence support group to start getting help for all of the, you know, emotions, cope with my emotions and my feelings.
Go
And
see a therapist, y'all.
I am going to go start seeing I'm going to go see a therapist again, on top of the support group, just to kind of have that extra support.
Cushion.
The little cushion. But I think
That's good. I'm proud of you for taking that step.
Thanks, boo. I love you.
I love you.
So I think the next topic, we're gonna obviously get into the situationships.
Yeah, girl. Ooh, hold on.
She said, awkward.
I gotta take a sip for that one because the tea is too damn hot.
Period.
It's too hot to handle. Well, have you ever been in a situationship, Rose?
Oh man, here we go. We're talking about it, aren't we? So I am technically still in this situationship. It's still sadly. It's like a rocky on and off. I know I shouldn't, but you know, Rose is a little bit toxic. You know what I'm talking about? You know.
Yeah.
Everyone here knows.
Doing things that she shouldn't be doing, but she gonna do it anyway for the hell of it.
Period.
So, Rose, now we talking about situationships. The real question is, are you or have you ever been in a situationship?
Oh, yes, girl. I have been in a situationship for sure. So, I mean, obviously, you know the details, but I'll like tell everyone else the details.
Yes, enlighten them.
So, I know I shouldn't be seeing this man. He's obviously unavailable or was unavailable, but we'll get into that a little deeper shortly. And
it's crazy how this all playing out, but go ahead.
I know, right? And I started talking to him back last year when we were in school. And
so y'all went to the same school together?
Well, I still go to the school. He's not going anymore because of work. But yeah, we met at the same school. We were in a couple classes together. He helped me pass my classes because Rose is a procrastinator. Okay. Rose does everything last minute, and I didn't want to fail any classes. So this man helped me, pulled me up, got me a B in the class, got me an A in the other one. I was like, so obviously I was like, naturally, I'm like, I owe you a drink, you know, let me take you out, you know, because at this point, like, obviously me and my ex were having some issues, and we had broken up, and I was like, let me take you out for some drinks. I owe you a drink for helping me pass my classes.
Thank you, sir.
Like, thank you. And he was like, oh, like, for sure. And at this point, like, I was getting ready to go to Nashville. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to go on a girl's trip to Nashville. Like, and I took a picture, like, after I got my tattoo. He's like, oh my God, is that a new tattoo? And I was like, it is. And, like, obviously, you know, I was looking cute because my tattoo is on my upper thigh.
I don't think I've ever seen this tattoo.
No, I'll show.
Oh yeah, I can't see right now.
I'll show you.
I love how we both look like.
It's like right here. But I will definitely show it to you. Okay. And like obviously we had talked and we were flirting back and forth. At least I thought we were flirting. Who knows? Because you can't really read people over text messages sometimes. And we stopped talking from like October until like the following May. So 2023 in May. And he like randomly hit me with the hey you.
Oh Lord.
Haven't talked to you in a while. And I was like, hi, how are you? You know? And we were talking on and off occasionally throughout the summer. And then I finally left my ex in the fall, right around my birthday time. I waited like a week and a half and I messaged him like, hey, you, how are you doing?
Not you hit him back with what he hit you with.
Oh, yeah. I was pulling the whole thing. And at this point, I didn't know he had a girlfriend. So we're going to get into that in a minute. But we were talking and I was just doing my thing and I was like, so sex, because I was about to leave for El Paso at this point, right? I was
not
like,
sex.
I just hit him with the sex smirk face.
Come here.
Yo, come here.
Literally. Pokemon, I choose you. Like
And so obviously, he was like, oh, I have an idea. And I was like, what? He's like, do you want to maybe come over tonight? We can like do something. And I was like, I mean, if you are asking me, yeah, I'm totally down. Do I want to? Yes, I do.
The fuck I do.
And so obviously I went over there. It was the night before I went to El Paso.
Not the night.
Yeah. And then, the whole time I was gone, I was like, I'm not going to see him again. It was probably like a one-time thing. We're done. And then, no, that's not what happened, guys.
Absolutely.
It was not.
At all.
So he was texting me the whole time I was on my vacation. Hey, how's your vacation? When do you come back? I want to see you again. I'm like, oh, okay. Definitely down for it. I was like, okay, but now I'm like starting to catch feelings. So I'm like, why is he like putting in all this effort, right?
Literally.
I get back from El Paso that following weekend, I'm there.
Crickets.
Right. No, I'm there. And I went to his house.
Oh,
I ended up
straight off the plane.
Right. Well, it was like a couple days after I got home.
Oh.
But he was hitting me up the whole time. And then he, we did the deed. And then I ended up sleeping at his house on the second time. And then the next day, he asked me on a date. He took me on a date. And we obviously did our thing. And obviously at this point, I'm like, oh my God, he likes me. He wants to pursue something, because I was on my period, guys. So obviously I wasn't having sex with him at that point, because obviously I had just gotten it. So I was like, we're not doing anything tonight. And he's like, oh no, that's fine. We can come over, you can watch a movie and we can like hang out and stuff. And I was like, you don't have to tell me twice. Obviously I'm like big on quality time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what we're doing as long as we're doing it together. Yeah. Exactly.
Like literally we are on our phones in two opposite corners of the room and I'll be okay.
Right. And then
Hi, Bookie. I say you.
So like 2 weeks after like the date and stuff, obviously we're still seeing each other on and off. And when I say on and off, I mean I was just going to his house.
That was it.
And then 2 weeks later, one of my best friends, my girl, my home slice, she was like, oh, like let me look him up, and like she looked him up and like first picture, on Facebook. And the first thing she saw was him and another girl. And I was like,
yeah, first of all, why didn't you do your research? Like,
he blocked me on social media, guys. If he blocked you, you cannot find him. He's a fucking liar and he's hiding something from you. And that's period.
First of all, that's the first red flag.
Well, okay, so he is, his job, I understand, like his background. I understand, like at the time it made sense. I was like, oh, I have family members that are also in the same field. So I'm like, I understand keeping your life private and not having any social media aside from like Snapchat or like using your phone, like your number and stuff. So like it didn't throw me as a red flag, especially because of the age difference. So it was like one of those, I don't know, we'll see how it goes type of thing. But then my best friend found him on all social medias and was like, no, girl, no. So then what did Rose do naturally? I was like, oh, like when you come back from your little vacation, like, do you want to have me come over? And I sent him like a really like a picture, like a
sexy pic.
It was like a sexy, like, not too revealing, but revealing enough where he was like, I need you when I come back. And I was like, all right. I got you. And then naturally, we obviously did it. And then I left his house and I confronted him about the whole girlfriend thing.
After you left?
After I left.
Oh, my God.
I'm really not big on confrontation. I'd rather not do stuff like that in person. But then, like, why do it over text message? You know what I mean?
You should have woke him up and slapped him.
I don't know him like that.
What the fuck is this?
No, so, like, I was just like, whatever. Left it alone. And after I confronted it, I was like, obviously, I don't want to, like, stop what we're doing. Because at this point, I had caught feelings. I caught feelings for the man before I found out about the girlfriend. And I was just like, I'm going to be toxic. I'm going to just keep it going.
No.
So, like, I wasn't the homewrecker before, but now I'm like...
Now you definitely are. You are part of the problem.
I am the problem. Part of the problem.
You are
but I am the problem. And, like, at the end of the day, like, it was what it was. We let it play out a little bit. Kept seeing him through November. Then I did some questionable things and then stopped seeing him. And then December came around and obviously I started picking that up again. I was like, hey, boo, let's do something, you know? And then obviously he had hit me with the, I broke up with her a month ago. Yeah, so blah, 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 blah. And needless to say, going into the new year, it is even more complicated than that now. So obviously he's single, but I don't know. It's a whole situationship in itself. So there's like a lot of things that I miss about, you know, this man. And you remember when we had stopped talking for that period of time in November?
Like 2 days.
Well, no, we stopped talking for like 2-3 weeks, and I had sent him a package, and it had like all the goodies in it.
The package sparked up the conversation.
That's what got it back in December. So like he had gotten it like the week after Thanksgiving. I had sent it, and then he got it within 2 days because, you know, priority.
LOL.
Priority mail.
She paid for that fast shipping, okay?
I did.
And that shit is expensive.
Well, no, I have my business, you know, so like I get discounted shipping rates.
Period.
Whatever. And, you know, I had sent it to him and I put something in there for the dog and obviously for him.
Shout out to the dog, man.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, have you ever had any situationships?
Unfortunately, a couple.
All right, let's debrief.
Well, let's debrief. Which situation do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about option number 1.
Option number 1?
Yeah, which one?
Girl.
Said there's a couple, so let's go with the first one.
Okay, let's go with the most recent one.
Okay.
Now, this is like a lover that we've been on and off for like 11 years.
Oh, shit.
Bitch. So we talking like, I met this man in middle school. Like, I would tell you exactly how I met him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in English class.
Okay.
7th grade. I'm in English class chilling. It's me and my homegirl, right? We just doing our work. He comes through the door. And, you know, it's not, you know, the middle school is not very diverse.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe it was like me, the only like girl person of color in my class. And here comes this person of color male walking through the doors, a light-skinned man at that fact. And I was just like, ooh la la. And like, he's talking to the teacher because he's the new kid at school, right? And so he's talking to the teacher and the teacher's like, well, I wonder where you're going to sit. So I'm scoping the scenery. I'm going to look around. I'm looking at all the tables. I'm like, they look pretty full. Okay. I'm like, and me, mind you, it's just me and my homegirl sitting at the table. So I'm like, he can sit with us.
Ooh, girl.
Smooth criminal in 7th grade. Okay. So the rest is history. We started dating, you know, like, yeah, that was my first little love, whatever.
I remember this man.
Yeah. You know, and then, you know, things happened, life happened, and he moved away. He moved to Michigan for a little bit. And then he came back to where we live now. And I was in a relationship. He was like also in a relationship, I think. But like we were just like, hey, like how are you? Just like checking in on you. Like I haven't heard from you from a bit. Like, you know, he's always gonna have a little piece of my heart because that is my first love. And our love, it runs deep because, you know, that's my dog. Like, you know, if all else fails. A couple of years ago, while I was in college, this is after me and my recent ex broke up. This is probably like 6 months. We in 2020, July, we you know, messaged each other, and you know, we started talking again, like what could have been, like do you still love me, you know, type of thing. And so we started talking. It was a little situationship or whatever, and it got to a point where he was insecure because he had, in his previous relationship, he had dealt with cheating. His girlfriend was cheating on him because they went to 2 different schools, and like he would drop her off and then she would be in the boys' dorm room and he had her location. Yeah.
Wow.
So when I was going back to school, like we would hang out like while I was here, and before I went back to school, like he would be acting weird, like cut up. He couldn't handle the pressure that I was going back to school, and like not that he couldn't trust me, but like he just couldn't put himself in that situation again because he wasn't healed from it.
Right.
So we completely stopped talking. Right. Fast forward to now.
Okay.
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 So he has a girlfriend. Of course, she's also Taurus. Literally, birthday is like 2 days away from mine. I'm like, of course. Of course.
Well, that's how you know he wants someone like you.
No, literally, he literally got together with this girl like a month after we stopped talking. So I was like, you needed somebody that was there and present.
Right.
Like that someone you could keep your eye on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay. So they broke up like July.
Oof.
Right. And so, of course, we start talking again.
All right. So what I'm hearing is we're a little toxic.
We're a little toxic, okay? We can't figure it out because every time we try to get together, it never works. So, like, maybe this time it will work, right? So we start talking, you know, it's going good. But the toxic thing is that he still lives with his ex.
Period.
And the tea is about to get real hot, y'all. The tea is going to get real fucking hot. Let me tell y'all. Okay, so this man has invited me over there to the house. Like, she was in the house and we was in the garage doing the do. Like, bent over on her car.
On her car?
On her car.
Now, that is some motherfucking tea.
Like, and this other time, like, she was at work. And we was busting it down, like, on her couch, like, where she lays. Girl. Yikes.
Yikers.
Yeah, so, the reason, I'm going to tell you why it didn't work out. So, the reason why it didn't work out, I had to block him literally on everything. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I don't even have Twitter. But Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, text message, all that, because he's a streamer. So he streams on Twitch.
Oh.
Yes. So that is like his side hustle.
Okay. Respect.
So I'm off work, right in the car, just vibes, you know, chilling. And I'm like, I'm going to tune into the stream.
Just randomly?
Not even like, just like, I'm just going to see what he's doing, you know. Mind you, like, the Saturday prior to me watching that video, he had told me that, you know, I love you. Like, I really want to do this. Like, I really want to work this out between us. Like, I'm willing to do anything and everything. Yada, yada. Talking crazy, right? I get on the stream. He's talking about a female. He's describing somebody. He's like, yeah, this girl, you know, she's got braces, lime green braces, and she's got green dreads to match the braces, right?
Smile for me real quick. No, no braces.
No braces.
No braces. So obviously it's not about you.
So I'm like, yeah. So he's describing her. He's like, yeah, she's a teacher, you know. She teaches. This is great. Just running down, just talking about this girl for like 30 minutes on the stream, right? And he's like, so if y'all ever want to know why I'm so happy today, it's because of this. And I'm like,
oh, hell no. Did you ever say anything about it, or did you just block him?
I texted him. I texted him shortly after that, maybe like an hour later. I told him, keep that same fucking energy.
That's all you said?
That's all I said.
And then you blocked him.
No response. The next morning I call him because I see him post on Snapchat like 5 minutes ago when I looked. Call him, no answer. I said, yeah, that's it. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Yeah. And and I blocked him after that because I was like, not only did you talk about this girl for 30 minutes, you just professed your love to me not even 5 days ago. And you're bragging about a bitch that's not me on your fucking stream.
Yeah, no, I probably would have done the same. But you know what? I have a problem with like letting go. So like the whole blocking thing, not for me. You know, like I'll say, oh, I'm going to block you, but I'm going to unblock you within like 24 hours. Like I'm usually that person because I'm like, I have to have the last word. So it's like, if I like hear them talking shit about me, I'm like, I'm block and I'm going to say, fuck you, blah, 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 you know, because you know how I am. I'm toxic as fuck. Okay. So it's just like one of those things. But like, do you think that situationships are like even really that worth it? Like,
not at all.
Like, I feel like
it's pointless.
It is. It's like there's fuck buddies, which you obviously know your role. You're just fucking.
Literally.
Or it's like you're in a relationship because like the situationship is like a mix of both, but it's so fucking toxic. It's like, why can't you just put a label on it? Like we're doing everything a couple does. Okay. And we're going on the dates, we're doing the sex, we're doing, you know,
we're cuddling.
Couple shit, like we're cuddling. So it's like, why can't we just be boyfriend and girlfriend?
Literally.
Or
what's the
like,
difference? There's
or
no
dating,
difference.
like even if it's casual, like it's still something more than just a situationship. You know what I mean? Like it makes no sense.
It makes no sense whatsoever. Like it's so like it's just. I think about situationships, it's more inconsistent. And I do not like inconsistency at all. Like, it gives me so much anxiety. Like, I would personally just not deal with it at all than to be inconsistent with somebody. Because it's like, you will be in a situationship with somebody and not hear from them for like 3 to 4 days. And then, like, y'all just text each other like it's normal. And it shouldn't be like that. Like, that shit is weird.
Like, it's not normal at all. And that's kind of how it is with my current situationship. Like, we're on and off. But, like, I noticed that, like, I find myself being the one to reach out first. And I'm like, I need to stop.
Stop double texting, bro.
I have a problem because, obviously, I had caught feelings. And, obviously, who knows what he wants at this point.
Literally.
Like, we'll debrief
he's not giving any answers.
This is why this man is getting a whole episode to himself.
Even though he shouldn't have an episode dedicated to him, I just don't think he deserves that much attention.
I know, but like, girl, there's so much I didn't even spill. So much.
I guess you gotta let them know.
Right. We gotta let the people know.
We gotta let them know what these men are out here doing. We gotta expose them because y'all just be acting dumb and thinking that nobody is paying attention. Literally, they
think that shit is sweet.
No. Whoa, no, absolutely not. It's not. Okay.
So, like, one thing I do want to just say is, like, for people that don't necessarily know, like, what a situationship is, like, versus a relationship.
Give them the definition.
So, like, some ways to know that you are in a situationship is, like, if the emotional connection is very shallow. So, it's, like, obviously, one side will have some type of feelings or they'll feel some type of way, but then the other one is like, I'm back here, like I'm not even interested in with you, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna be,
I fuck with you when I fuck with you,
right? Or like if you have plans and then it's last minute cancellations, you know, like short term, like you don't talk that much, like we just kind of talked about.
They stop talking to you after like 9 p.m. because they with their girlfriend or with their other hoes. Period. Like, it's just basically a situationship. It's just like doing relationship shit with no title.
Right. And I just think it's so stupid. But like another thing is like communication is key. And like if you can't communicate like what you want or what you don't want, like there's no point of doing it anymore. Like that was one conversation that like it's just one conversation that like we haven't even had, like that he's saying that we had, and I'm like
or like you're trying to have the conversation and they're not really like trying to have that conversation, and they try to like change the subject or like try to deflect.
Or you talk about your feelings and they're like, change subject completely.
And
like, I'm like, oh,
okay.
All right, I guess that's the end of that.
Literally.
But obviously, you know how it goes. But, you know, it is what it is. I know I'm clingy. I know I catch feelings really quick. But that's a me problem. That's not a them problem. Mm-hmm. But, like, if there's no communication and you're acting like a couple and we're doing couple stuff, like, just fucking say what you want. Literally. Or what you don't want.
Literally.
Because it's
like,
so
don't
confusing.
waste my time.
Right. And there was one thing I definitely said where I was just like, my time is valuable and I know my worth and my value. And if like you aren't here for it, like, bye. And he like got mad at me for saying that. I was like, well, why are you mad? Like,
why are you mad?
If you don't want a relationship, say that.
Literally.
Why are you getting mad when I say I don't want to waste my time and my value? Like, I know my worth and my value. Like, if I'm done wasting my time, like, why does it matter? Like, just stop it. Just end it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But do you have anything else you want to add to that?
I just want to say, if you're in a situationship, just decide what you want to do. Just picking back off of Rose. Like, I just feel like, don't waste time being in something toxic, because it's like at the end of the day, like you're just hurting your own feelings, and you don't have to do that. You can just live happy and peaceful and be by yourself and work on yourself and not be toxic with somebody.
No, I completely get that 100%. So I think that's a wrap. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Yes. And stay tuned for
the next episode.
Yeah. All right.
Period.
All right. Bye.